today we're gonna talk about
the 10 people you meet after a breakup.
Okay.
So the first one is the rebound.
The rebound is basically the guy that you meet right after your breakup while, you know, your heart is still fresh.
It's the guy that I'm gonna say it. It's the guy you use to try to heal your broken heart. It's there.
He's the person who's gonna be there for you,
and you're gonna try to forget your ex. Anyways, next one, number 2, is the player.
The player is basically the hot guy that you meet. Sometimes he can be a basketball player because, you know, there's such players.
Or a football player.
Yeah, you know.
Or a soccer player.
They know
tennis
that.
player.
Yeah, they know that they're hot.
They got
as
the
hell.
goods.
They got the goods, and they have a lot of girls. You're just one of the girls. And basically,
they're gonna pretty much give you all the attention that you need at that time.
Flirt with you, do everything.
And since your heart is still very fresh from that breakup, you're gonna just fall right in it. And then you realize the player is a player and you're getting played.
Yeah.
Number 3, the complicated.
No, hold on. Let's talk about the player. I'm not done. The player is basically the guy that you talk to because you feel that you can change him. So you're gonna go for the thrill, but at the end of the day, you're gonna get
dumped.
Played. He's a guy who's gonna say that he doesn't have a girlfriend, but he has a girlfriend.
No, he's
in most cases.
He's also the guy that's gonna say, "I'm not good enough for you right now."
And he's the guy who's gonna try to do everything for you to sleep with him, basically.
Anyways, let's go into number 3. Dun, 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 dun. The complicated.
The complicated is basically the guy that you like and the guy who likes you back, but for some odd reason, it's just not working out. Something's always off.
So in a way, he is Mr. Right, but not right now.
He's not Mr. Right now. There's always an issue, and it sucks because you guys can actually end up being together, but it's either wrong timing, your schedules are just so different, you're both busy,
or you just are both not ready. It's still that heartbreak. He probably also just came out of a breakup, so he's also in the mend, and you both are very perfect together. You could have been together, only if that heartbreak is not lingering in the background.
Yeah, he's just really complicated. Like, you'll get nothing from him. So
number 4,
we move on.
The setup.
The setup is basically the guy that you end up seeing because it was set up by your friends.
Usually a friend, close friend. It can be a coworker. It can be
a coworker can be setting you guys up.
It can be an aunt, an uncle, your mom, your dad, anybody, but you were set up because somebody, a third party, thought that you guys had something in common. You guys had that spark that they thought would work together. It's like you were salt and he was pepper, and these people thought you would go well together in a meal.
But sometimes you can actually go well together and can actually end up being more than just dating, and the person who set you up ends up liking it because she was a matchmaker.
Yeah, it can be like a blind date, or it can be like a person had a party and then he invited you, and then he invited his buddy and was like, "Oh, I invited this girl. That would be perfect for you." Something like that. That's also a setup.
A setup that you met from a coworker that could, you know, it could lead to like, it could lead somewhere, and it could.
You can even like date this guy for a few months.
Yeah.
But
and then
he is still Mr. Setup.
Yeah, and then go on a vacation, and when you come back from vacation, forget this person.
Oh. Yeah. It rings too true to somebody over here.
No!
Oh, sorry. Okay, number 5. The pursuer.
The pursuer is basically the guy who likes you. He's just always there, and he's non-stop, texts you, messages you, and he basically revolves his schedule around you.
He really likes you.
He really
He's like
he really
putting
really likes you. You know,
he's just really putting his like 110% out there for you.
But
he might give you chocolates, flowers, visits you at work,
everything.
gets you lunch,
take you on a trip,
takes you out to like the fanciest restaurant he can think of, with like a nice view of the city and like $100 per head of a meal.
Yeah.
But in the end, he's the one pursuing you.
But you don't have to pursue him back. Maybe in the future when you're ready, but
you're just not that interested, pretty much.
For now. But you will be in the future, just wait.
Number 6.
Number 6.
The convenient.
Oh. The convenient is basically the person who again is just always there for you. He's just one text, one call away. He can drive you home because you know you're coming home from when you're on your way home from the club, you're drunk or elsewhere.
He's the guy you call and be like, hey, I lost my shoe and I need a ride home. I'm walking down this street by myself, and he's gonna be like, all right, I'm there. He's like taking a shower, but no, halfway through, he's gonna get in his car and just drive there for you. That's Mr. Convenient.
Yeah, he's just so convenient. And then you feel bad and be like, are you sure that you can take me home? But he's like, no, it's fine. But deep down, he almost lost his job for you. So
I feel bad for Mr. Convenient sometimes.
Yes. But don't worry, Mr. Convenient.
You know what? We know somebody. All of us know somebody like that.
Yeah.
And yeah. So anyways, let's move on. Number 7. Number 7 is Mr. Friends with Benefits.
Mr. Friends with Benefits. Based from our friends' experiences, is basically
not ours, obviously.
Yeah. It's basically, according to her, it was Friends with Benefits is basically the person that you see on the regular because you sleep with him. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad, but most of the time it's good.
And you think that there's feelings there because you actually love him.
No, you don't love him.
Your
you
friend.
Don't love him.
As a friend, you kind of have feelings for him as a friend, but not just there.
This is after the fact. So basically, it's a person that you start off as, you know, like you just check each other, you just go see each other on the regular, but there's always gonna be that one person who's gonna end up liking the person more than the other. Someone's always gonna catch feelings, and
then one of you will just be Mr. Pursuer.
Yeah, that person who catches feelings will basically, I don't know,
end the whole thing. He's just gonna like, or she will just like dump on it. You know, like it's going really, really well, and then one of them will have feelings for the other and would like have these feelings, and expectations is the expectation that kills the whole thing. And then you're just gonna be like, well, it's so nice, but now somebody has expectations.
I know.
And it's just gonna have to end.
So the number 1 rule is basically don't have expectations, so you'll never be disappointed.
Number 8. The off limits.
The off limits is basically the guy that you like or can possibly like you back, but he's just off limits. He could be in a relationship, he may have a girlfriend, he could be your friend's ex-boyfriend, married, whatever. He's just off limits.
So you're saying that it's somebody that you like, but then you can't have.
You can't have, yeah, basically.
So it's somebody like you have a friend or a coworker, and then they have a boyfriend, and then you're like, oh, this guy is so cool, and you become close to him, and then you're like, damn.
Yeah, he's basically the guy that you think about.
You can't have him.
That you think about at night, and you basically ask yourself, what if, you know?
Oh, what if?
So do you go for this person, or is he worth the risk? So who's more worth it here? My friend or this guy? But you'll never know unless you try. Because you can actually, if you go for this off-limits person, you guys can actually end up being together for 6.5 years. And it can turn out really well. But And you can lose the friend, it's okay. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter because you lose both anyways. So.
That's true.
Yeah. So just go for it. If you're off limits, just go for it.
Number 9.
Number 9 is...
the hookup.
The hookup is someone Wendy knows.
It's the guy. It's the guy that you kind of go and have a hookup because, well, you're single, first of all, because you just had a breakup. And you're like, I'm gonna go and party, and since I've met all these other guys previously, the player, the Mr. Complicated, the best friend, or friends with benefits, the pursuer, and you're like, what else can I haven't met yet? So you're like, well, I'm gonna go out there, a complete stranger, and just go for it.
AKA,
and see what happens.
He's Mr. One Night Stand. Someone that you meet at a party because you're drunk.
Or not drunk.
Or not drunk.
Depends. Some people, you know, some people are just, you know.
So he's a hookup. So he's someone that you, he's basically the person that makes you have a walk of shame the next day.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's the person that you'll never forget because you had to go at 7 a.m.
Yep.
in his shirt out in the streets.
And you're like, why the hell did I do this? Why the hell does this always happen?
Mr. Hookup is also the one that when you wake up and you're like, shit, I don't want to wake this guy up. And you just kind of
take off.
And take off and never call back again.
And you hope you'll never see this person again. Yeah. And if you end up seeing this person at a party, you just avoid eye contact. Like, or you talk to him like nothing ever happened.
Cool. Alright, now we're in our last bit, and it's number 10.
Number 10 is basically
the one
who got away. I'm just kidding.
Mr. Right. Finally, we get to our number 10,
which is the one.
The one. So the one is the one. It's the guy that you thought would never stick around, and it turned out he was the right one for you. It was like a jigsaw puzzle leading up to it, and he was just the perfect fit.
He's basically the guy that you end up getting engaged to, your fiance.
Or married to.
Or married to. The one for you, the one you're gonna spend the rest of your life with and have kids, and the one.
And this is the end of the 10.
Make sure he's the one and only though. Okay? Go on. Go.
Make sure you're... Apparently there's more than the one, who knows, but 10 years
just
from now...
Just based from experience. You think that it's the one, but really the one isn't the one for you, you know? So...
Oh, that can happen too. That's true.
He becomes the one who got away. So, just be...
Or the one that let you go.
Just don't expect. Or you'll be disappointed.
Alright, well, there you go, folks. We've got the 10 people you meet after a breakup. Thanks for watching, and see you later.
Bye.
NBC, and they fired Donald Trump for derogatory comments. Did you guys hear about this?
I heard about that. I didn't hear about this, obviously.
Okay.